If you struggle with hitting your driver, maybe you slice it, hook it, or just can't seem to find the fairway, you're not alone. The driver's the hardest club in the bag for most golfers. But I built a simple formula to make it easier. I call it SMAC. It stands for setup, movement, acceleration, and control. And in this video, I'll walk you through each step, give you the exact keys to focus on, and by the end, you'll have a repeatable process that helps you hit your driver longer and straighter every time you tee it up. And make sure you stick with me to the end, because I'll show you the one drill that ties all four parts of the SMAC system together, and that's where you get the real power and accuracy. Let's talk about setup with your driver. Setup with your driver is completely different than your irons. It is. It's unfortunate, but it's true. So setup with your driver is majorly important. It's the first key to success. And what we're going to do is make sure that ball position is on the inside of your lead heel. So left heel for you righties, all right? So that ball position is right there on the inside your left heel. You're going to take a little wider stance than normal for extra stability. You're swinging faster than any other club, so you have to be extra stable. I tell people if I walk up to you and I'm about to push you over, how would you stand to brace yourself, okay? Get that stability and don't overlook that. All right, so we've got our ball position here on the inside of our left heel. A little wider stance than normal. Okay, here's a crucial part as well. We're going to set up with just a little bit of tilt right here in our swing, in our setup. A little bit of tilt, meaning my right shoulder drops slightly. Remember what I said in the beginning, we're not doing irons, we're doing drivers. So we're not trying to hit down on the golf ball, we're trying to hit up on the golf ball. So we get set, we've got our ball position right here, got a little wider stance, and we tilt our shoulders back slightly to promote that upward hit and center strike. We're on to the movement portion of the SMAC acronym. And what I mean by that is how our body moves with our driver. Now I'm meaning our body, okay? So most people get really frozen when they have their driver in their hand, strictly out of fear. They're afraid of topping, they're afraid of slicing it, hooking it, you name it. It's our highest swing speed club, so a lot happens. So the body movement is very important. What most people tend to do is get frozen and lift their club straight up in the air like this without any body turn. All right, there's no depth to this backswing whatsoever or turn on their follow through. You want to feel like that when you take this club back, that you are really turning the shoulders back and facing away from your target this way. Getting some good depth. Then your body will come with it, turning the whole body to the right-hand side. We got to get ourselves some wind and some tension back here in order to get that distance and set up for a straighter shot. We call it kind of the rubber band effect. Get a little bit of tension so when we release, we can get maximum power. Now on the downswing, that's our movement as well. We're still doing body movements, but now we're kind of doing reverse order. So on our backswing with the driver, we're going to take it back with our shoulders first, turn with our body. Well, on the downswing, we're going to start with our body first. So our lower body to be particular. Lower body first, followed by upper body, all right? Turning all the way down to our left-hand side. So we start with our shoulders. We go shoulders, body, body, then upper body, all right? Get that good turn from back to left. Make sure we transfer our weight, and we'll bomb it. Now we're on to acceleration. Now, speed is a very confusing thing in golf. What is the number one thing you hear all your buddies tell you to do, or spouses? Slow down, right? Slow down. But that's not true. I want you to speed up. I just want you to be efficient, all right, with your speed. As I mentioned a second ago with your body movements, when you take that back on your downswing, you are turning your lower body first. This is by far the most common thing that I see people lacking in their driver swings. When we don't get our lower body involved like this, we will slow down the swing. It will slow down. So it's not just the motion of turning that body, that lower body, it's continuing to turn that lower body, okay? And leading the race for the rest of your swing. So your lower body is going to lead the race. It is going to continue to turn all the way through impact and all the way around your body, leaving you nice and balanced. Now, how can you possibly tell if you continued to transfer your body weight all the way through the shop and accelerate through it. Here's a very important one. Notice where your weight ends up at the end of your swing. Where does it end up? Most people are going to end up towards their toes when they swing or falling backwards this way. Okay, so for instance, you walk down the driving range, you'll see a lot of people maybe swing and they fall forward like so. They might have started with their lower body, but since they stopped, their upper body took over, threw their weight forward, and did not transfer enough weight. Okay, so set up to it, just as we mentioned, we got our good movements and we accelerate, we continue that acceleration all the way around our body so that when we hit it, our weight ends up on our lead heel, just like so. If you did that, you transferred weight. Okay, so you made it to the final stage, control. All right, this is why you're here. Keep the ball in the fairway. Now, assuming that we did all of our other steps correctly, we're gonna talk about how to control this club face, all right? So typically what I see and what I said earlier was, listen, we're hitting drivers, we're not hitting irons, right? So I don't want this shaft in front of that club head. We are hitting up on the golf ball. So if I was hitting up on the golf ball and I had that shaft in front of that club head, that club face is pointed wide open, okay? We are not releasing that club head early enough. So how do you fix that? Well, you're gonna take it to the top of your swing. Then what I want you to do is feel like that you're throwing the head down early, almost towards the ground like this. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't freak out. This is an over-exaggeration, but we're doing that on purpose, right? You're gonna feel like it's way back here, but in reality, you're gonna start probably releasing it more around this area like so, okay? You need to get the feeling of that because you don't have a feeling of closing that club face. Now, what would happen though if we had the hooks? Well, it would be the opposite, right? Your club head would be in front of the shaft like so and shut it down. You get a pull hook or a snap hook. So how do you combat that? Typically, that's from people not using their lower body enough. They might do it, they might start using it, but then it stops, does not continue all the way around their body. So what I tell people to do is, we don't even need a golf ball, we just need a tee in the ground. Set up to like you're gonna hit your driver, place the driver head back here on the tee box, and feel like that you're turning with your body to drag the club through and up, flicking the top of that tee. All right? So you take it back, put it in the ground, turn with your body, hit up on it, and flick that tee. That's gonna ensure that you get the sensation of turning all the way through your shot and allowing that hand and club head to match up at impact. We want that head, shaft, and arm to be right down the line and squared to your target line in order to have a straight shot. All right, so work on those drills, control that club face, pipe those fairways. So what are you waiting for? Head up to the driving range, use the smack system, get your driver under control, hit the most fairways you've ever hit, and shoot the best scores you've ever done. Go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next week for another lesson.